I know you said you get your messages. And specifically, I'm talking about the house, and that's what I'm referring to. And
All right.
so when you don't,
I know you guys. That's very important to you. You guys want to get rid of the house. I mean, I'm not sure what the priorities. I mean, you got a lot of priorities, but that seems to be a big one for you.
I mean,
But just so you know, I could
just the
probably.
transparency is the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. At least for me, of course, selling the house is something, but just keeping us updated every now and then. I think for me that's the biggest thing, and I do believe the other siblings feel that is a big thing. I don't know if that's the biggest thing for them too, but
Okay.
you know,
A message from Julie. She says the realtor really truly needs to be told what we want her to do because this is going nowhere fast and dragging on until doomsday. Has Julie ever tried to sell a house?
uh,
Have you tried to sell a
well,
house?
she actually has sold a house before. Her house
Okay.
when they lived in Omaha, and yes, I have. But for me, or I should say, because I'm calling you, I don't want to speak for everybody else. Is just keeping the update. I'm not saying that you have to tell us everything. I'm not saying that I don't agree that it's taken a long time. All I'm saying is maybe a bi-weekly update, even if it's just things are still going, no further action needed, just something. Because before we used to have face or Zoom meetings, you used to send us things on what do you call it, WhatsApp.
Yeah, it was
And that used to be, I still have all that stuff. And so it went from 90 to 60 to 30, and here we are. It's like pulling teeth on our end, or at least that's how I feel. And again, I'm not saying that you have to nitpick everything and say this is this. A quick, hey, things are going okay, this is where we're at, this is the price, I'll keep you updated in a couple weeks. I guess I don't see what that doesn't seem like an unreasonable request. Please
well,
correct
it's
me if I'm wrong.
reasonable, but the thing is very slow. The market. I mean, what am I going to tell you? Something happened this week. I guess I could.
Or what is the price at? When are we going to lower it? Because
It already got lowered. It's a 2.4.
but,
And I probably should have told you that last week when I did it.
yeah, that is a big deal. And so I guess, Greg, and again, I'm not, just please correct me if I'm wrong, but
Well,
when I don't hear correspondence from somebody and they know the importance of or how a priority it is, I feel like if that transparency is not there,
I don't
then
know, Samana, what was that?
then there's another objective. I don't want to believe that. That's why I'm asking you. Is it just time on your end? Do you think that we don't need to know because nothing's going on? I don't
No,
know.
it's not that. It's nothing that's happening.
Okay, then but we don't know that nothing is happening.
Maybe you ask her what's going on because she hasn't called you. And that's another thing too. She doesn't have
Okay, then you could say
periodically.
that because as it is right now, it just seems like what else am I to think? If I'm trying to get a hold of you or somebody for whatever reason and I don't know that what's going on, I don't know what else to conclude. That's all I'm saying.
Include anything. Just deal with your other priorities. You got plenty of them. From what I can tell, you got grandkids. You got.
I understand that. And
So wrong with that.
um
That's just,
all I'm saying is it would have been good if you could have just texted us that and it wouldn't have taken you that long to do that. And that would have been okay. We got it. Um but I know you're busy too. I get that. And um I just from my perspective, a good quick message, either nothing's happening, she's not answering, well then maybe we need to get another realtor.
Patricia, the realtor is trying to sell that house. I don't
Right.
know what they're dealing with. I mean, they're not in there just to have me hanging on so that I can keep bugging them. But at the same time, if the house ain't moving, I already dropped it to 2.4. I'm probably gonna have to drop it again. But I told this lady already. There's going to be a minimum, and I'm not going to give that house away.
I understand none of us wanted to give it away. But nobody ever said anything about giving it away.
But no, but that's the impression I get
But
sometimes.
I
But
think uh,
the way I see it, you told me the other day, you're getting good disability.
It has nothing to do with whether we need it or not. And I know that was one of the things that Dad wanted to reiterate. His stomach's his hurting right now, so he's kind of just laying here, but he's listening to what we're saying. As it's always been, it doesn't matter who needs what or not, or whether they need it now or need it later, or they never need it. That was never the basis for Dad awarding, or awarding or gifting that, bequeathing that house to us. It had nothing to do with that. So I don't understand why that comes up.
Well, it comes up because for a long time you guys were bothering me. You were insisting, you were demanding information, and it didn't happen. Then for a while you backed off a little bit. Not you, all of you. And then once you started, I see the text right now where you said yesterday, Greg, updates on the house. And Julie says yes. And then Marcella says it's the right thread, and that would be informative.
Well, yeah, we had it on the wrong thread. Our nieces and nephews don't need to know what's going on. I just
Well, no, I don't put nothing on there for sure. What you
but
think or whatever, doesn't matter.
I think if you would have sent that email that you dropped it to 2-4, that would have allayed a lot of things. And that's all I'm saying, brother. Is if you could just do that.
I'll put it out right now. I'm going to put it out right now.
And then I don't want to hound you. I don't feel like I don't want to feel like that. All I'm saying is
I'm not saying you're doing it. I'm just saying that I'm trying to get rid of that house. I'm tired of holding on, dealing with.
Did you ever see that movie, The Money Pit, with Tom Hanks?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, not that it is a money pit. I'm just, in some sense, I just think it's for you, time, stress, resources of potential expenses down the line. Physically, I don't know that. Can you physically go down there if you had to? I don't know if you have to, but could. Okay.
Yeah, why not? I got came to San Antonio. Let's just get on a plane and go down there, get a hotel.
Oh, okay.
Actually, my physical status is a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have attempted this trip if I didn't think my physical reflexes were good enough, or my. I mean, it's not great, but I mean, I even climbed on top of this thing twice since we've been here.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a lot of. I've done what I could to progress myself physically and mentally,
mm-hmm.
and spiritually. But at the same time, it's not really helping me with selling the house.
Right.
It's helping me do other things. So if I got to get down there, I could do it. Well, even if they sell the house tomorrow, it's going to take approximately 2 months to get the paperwork in order.
Right.
So that's in my favor because it gives me more time to plan, react, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I will put that out right now.
I think a conversation is needed amongst all of us to determine what is the bottom line. I've already given you my bottom line. I can do it again, but
I know what it is. My bottom line is going to be $2 million, and I'm at 2.4.
Okay.
Well, it'll be more then.
But
I'm not going to do it every month. Maybe every other month. I don't know.
Well, see, that would be good information for the rest of us to read. I can say to Marcella, Victor, and Julie, hey, this is what Greg says. But I don't like saying secondary information from someone else. I want it to come straight from the person, because what if I heard something I thought I heard and then I misspeak?
I understand, but it also sounds like you're passing along information from me from the others. I mean, I don't tell you what they say or do.
What was that? What was that?
What I'm saying is, and that's what I've been asking from you guys. You say you don't want to speak on my behalf, and I get it. You want to be accurate.
Uh-huh.
But it sounds like you're speaking on their behalf.
Well, I'm going by the text. That text is a direct line to, hey, let us know what's going on. We want to get that house sold. I've seen many of the texts. I have them where Marcella says, let's sell the house, let's drop it. Where Victor has said, let's get rid of that. Where Julie has kind of said, yeah, I understand that she would like more money. I mean, all of us would, but she's also said, let's get this going. So to be able to speak on them, I'm going by their words. I'm not going assuming.
And then you guys, I mean, Julie, I asked her periodically, what is your true opinion? Put it online, put it on text. I mean, Victor doesn't answer. You speak for him, it seems like, or Marcella. Well, you, not Marcella. Marcella doesn't really talk to him.
I'm going by what they've already posted previously.
No, okay. But it sounds like, okay, I'm going to put it up. That's fine.
And when you do that, then that enables us to comment on what you're saying, or what your thoughts are. and add to that, because I understand. I mean, we all understand legally your name's on the only one on the escrituras, right? Your name's the only one on there.
And originally, that wasn't even my idea, but
What?
it happened that way.
Well, I think the reason why, right, as you know, it would have cost another $1,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Joseph, to get him on there, cost about $5,000. I had heard that number floating before.
I don't know what it cost, but it was a lot of money.
Yeah, and that's why we only put your name on there, because it was close to that number, if I recall. So to have added Marcella on there would have been another. That was cutting
No,
into.
she was on there originally. It was Joseph left the house to me and Marcella.
Okay, so is does
She put her just in my name because she didn't want to deal with it.
does Marcella? So
Yeah, that's right. It would have been me and her. But at the same time, she didn't want to go down there, or she couldn't go down there because of work, family, whatever. And for a while there, I was under the impression, and I still think it's true, but maybe not so much now, is that because Greg's disabled, Greg doesn't work, Greg's retired, medically, whatever, he's got time to do that and run with that. It didn't really matter then. Now it seems like that does matter, because you guys are thinking, what happens if this guy dies? What happens if this guy can't go? You yourself just said right now, can you go down there?
Well, yeah, because you've been talking about, I have it in previous text, how your leg's been bothering you, your foot's been bothering, you're waiting to get surgery, or your knee's doing.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you've added to all that in a text. I mean, I didn't make that up. I've been reading what you've been writing, and I've been going with that.
You have right now. If someone else would explain them to you, describe that they have them, what would you think of that?
If someone else was to describe what, brother?
The conditions that you have right now, whatever you have, I don't know where you got to explain it to me. Let's say you got XYZ.
Uh-huh.
If they were to tell you, hey, Patricia, I got XYZ, would you classify her as being capable or not capable, or would you be indifferent?
Just looking at the paperwork, just looking at the x-rays for what I have, are you saying for what I have right now?
Yeah.
I would say, they would probably say, yeah, I don't know that you'd be able to go down there. I don't know that you'd be able to endure a 4 or 5 hour flight without your back hurting. If I were to drive down there, I would think they would say, oh yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to make it in probably one day. You're going to have to break it up in a few days. You're going to have to watch your back. You're going to have to, your neck. But Greg, because of the things that because of how I have done stuff with my body since I can remember, and movement and stretching, and try to do what I can, that mitigates a lot of that. That doesn't mean that the discs I have now are going to bother me later more, but what I'm able to do right now mitigates a lot of the symptoms that maybe somebody who's just been a couch potato all their life would have. So
And we are not couch potatoes.
Yeah.
Even Juliet would say it's not a couch.
Brother, I was gonna say that now I forgot what I was gonna say.
Mitigating your conditions based on what you're doing right now, your activity.
Yeah, it's mitigated a lot of them. It really has.
Same thing for me.
Well, that's awesome to hear. I all I'm saying, brother, is if you could just please be more communicative that way. Again, it doesn't have to be a long text. Like you said, I dropped it down to 3.4. We'll wait and see what happens. That's it. That is it. That's that text. That's all it would have included. I don't know if we could have a Zoom, if that's something we could do once a month.
Well,
I don't think that's unreasonable.
You just told me now that you have Zoom. Is that right?
Well, I've done Zoom with you on this phone. We've done Zoom with you before.
I know, but do you have Zoom yourself also? Do you have?
Yeah.
I haven't used it in so long. I use it for the congregation, but it's not my Zoom. It's their Zoom.
Well, didn't you use it on your phone before when you Zoomed us?
Yeah, but that was, how long was the last time we had it? At least a year ago. And if you don't use it personally...
Okay, well, it's not...
I don't know if I have.
I mean, I'm sure you could figure it out. You're pretty smart, so I mean, if I can figure it out, I'm not tech savvy. You're the one that sent us links. I recall, because you were like on top of that. You were like, okay, here's the link to this. This is, you seemed like you knew, like riding a bike, I guess. I don't know.
And then I saw somewhere where it said, this is the right text thread.